Good morning and welcome back, my dear students. Today we are going to study History and Civics of Class 8th, Chapter 11, India Wins Freedom. Before beginning, I would like to tell you this chapter is divided into two parts. Today we are going to discuss about part 1. India's national movement was transformed into a mass movement under the leadership of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. In this video, I will be covered the following topics. Emergence of Gandhiji, Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, Khilafat movement, non-cooperation movement, the Simon Commission. Let's start the first point. Emergence of Gandhiji. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhiji was born at Porbandar, Gujarat on 2nd October 1869. While practicing as a lawyer in Durban, South Africa, he successfully led Indians from various communities and campaigns against racial discrimination. Gandhiji's method was called Satyagraha, a compound of the word Satya, truth, and Agraha, holding fast. It was based on the principle of non-violent, non-cooperation or passive resistance. Gandhiji returned to India in 1915. In 1916, he established the Sabarmati Ashram at Ahmedabad. Here he used to spin yarn on the charkha and weave khadi to promote self-reliance. Gandhiji organized successful Satyagraha campaigns for the cause of the indigo cultivators of Chambran, the mill workers of Ahmedabad, and the peasants of Kedah. These campaigns earned him the respect of his countrymen. Among the young nationalists who joined him during these campaigns were Rajendra Prasad and Vallabhbhai Patel. Gandhiji combined political agitation with a continuous campaign against social evils such as untouchability, alcoholism, and the ill treatment of women. As a result of Gandhiji's success, the common people began to see him as a savior who had been sent to rid them of the oppression and misery that had spread across the country. Some compared him to Rama, who according to the Ramayana had destroyed the evil Ravana, and some regarded him as a sadhu sage. They were ready to do anything for him. Rowlatt Act 1919. The British passed the Rowlatt Act in 1919. This law restricted people's freedom by empowering the government to arrest without warrant and imprison without trial. It was branded the Black Act. Gandhiji launched a satyagraha against it. He called upon Indians to observe 6 April 1919 as a day of Hartal, fasting and prayer. Satyagraha Sabhas were set up to organize meetings and non-violent strikes and demonstrations against the act. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre 1919. In Amritsar, the arrest of two prominent leaders, Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal, led to strong protest. Protest, an expression or declaration of objection. Unaware of a ban on public meetings, the people of Amritsar held a meeting at the Jallianwala Bagh on 13 April 1919, which happened to be the day of the Baisakhi festival. General Dyer, the military commander of Amritsar, blocked the park's narrow exit and ordered indiscriminate shooting. Hundreds of people were killed. This stunned the nation. Rabindranath Tagore renounced his knighthood in protest. The British declared martial law in Punjab. Martial law is administered by the military rather than the civilian government. This law is declared in an emergency. Protesters were publicly humiliated and many were sentenced to imprisonment, deportation or death. Khilafat Movement 1919. After the First World War, Britain imposed humiliating terms on the ruler of Turkey, who was also regarded as the Caliph of Islam. This angered the Indian Muslims. They started the Khilafat movement in 1919 under leaders such as Shaukat Ali and Muhammad Ali and Abdul Kalam Azad. Tilak and Gandhiji joined the Khilafat activists. Hindus and Muslims together participated in this movement. Non-cooperation movement 1922-1922. On 1st August 1920, Gandhiji gave the call for an All India non-cooperation movement to redress the wrongs done in Punjab and Turkey. At the Congress session at Nagpur in 1920, the Congress appointed an All India Working Committee to work around the year. Congress membership was thrown open to all men and women aged above 21 at a nominal annual fee of 4 annas 25 paise. The Congress defined its goal was Swaraj. Swaraj means self-government, independence of India, which was to be achieved through boycott combined with a constructive program. Boycott. Gandhiji called for a boycott of British goods, legislatures, courts and educational institutions. British titles and honors were renounced. Foreign goods were burnt in public. The Congress boycotted the council elections. The Congress encouraged peasants to stop paying rents and workers to demand higher wages and lesser hours of work. Kisan Sabhas were organized to protect peasants' rights. The All India Trade Union Congress was established in Bombay in 1920 to protect workers' rights. Constructive program. The Congress promoted cottage industries and national education. Among the educational institutions, it set up were the Kashi Vidyapith, the Bihar Vidyapith, and the Jamia Millia, Aligarh. The people's response. The non-cooperation movement received the enthusiastic support of people from different sections of society. Women came out in large numbers to join the movement. Students and teachers put their careers at risk and boycotted government educational institutions. People everywhere joined in strikes, demonstrations, and the burning of foreign goods. Many forest tribes organized forest satyagrahas demanding the right to use forest resources. Anti-liquor campaigns were organized in Punjab, Bihar, Andhra and Odisha. British response. The British government unleashed severe repression and banned the Congress. Nearly 30,000 Congress leaders and volunteers were imprisoned. Withdrawal of the movement. On 4th February 1922, the police fired upon a torchlight procession of non-cooperation activists at Chowri Chowra in Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. The activists turned violent and set the police station on fire, killing 22 policemen. This led to more violence. Gandhiji suspended the non-cooperation movement. The British imprisoned Gandhiji. Although the non-cooperation movement ended abruptly, it ended unexpectedly. It marked the beginning of mass movement in India. The Simon Commission. In 1927, a commission headed by Sir John Simon was appointed to recommend constitutional changes in India. The British did not include any Indian member in the commission. The Congress boycotted the commission. The Simon Commission arrived in 1928. It was greeted with black banners saying, "Simon, go back," at an anti-Simon demonstration in Lahore. An all-party conference was held in 1928. A committee headed by Motilal Nehru was appointed to draft a scheme for a constitution. Its report recommended dominion status for India, which meant that India would be a self-governed colony under the British Empire. Gandhiji threatened to launch civil disobedience for attaining Purna Swaraj, complete independence, if the government failed to grant India dominion status within a year. British repression. The repressive laws to suppress revolutionary activities and workers' strikes. In protest, Bhagat Singh and Bhakteshwar Dutt exploded a bomb in the Central Legislative Assembly, shouting Inkula Zindabad, long live the revolution. They threw leaflets which stated that their objective was not to kill but to make the deaf hear. They were arrested and imprisoned. Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru had killed the officer who was responsible for Lala Lajpat death. They were tried and sentenced to death. They were hanged on 23 March 1931. Thank you. Have a nice day.